Hello. Hello. Good morning. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ವಾಯ್ಸು?
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ?
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ SMTP ಆಗಿತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? SMTP ಅಂಡ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ವೆಬ್ ಎರಡು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಸರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ DNS ಇಸ್ ಓವರ್. ಸೊ HTTP hypertext transfer protocol is over. So next simple mail transfer protocol is over. So next remaining is post office protocol, that is POP, and FTP file transfer protocol. Okay. So in the last class we discussed about the simple mail transfer protocol. What is simple mail transfer protocol? So it is one of the application layer protocol. Next, why we use the SMTP? It is used for sending the emails. It is used only for sending the emails, not receiving. Okay, it is not receiving. It's just sending the emails from sender to the receiver. SMTP is used for only the sending the mails efficiently and reliable over the internet. So what is the working principle? SMTP is always in the listening mode. So first we have to establish the TCP connection. Then once we establish the TCP connection, so it will check. Okay, the connection is established. Client informs the SMTP. This is the client informs the SMTP server that would be like to send a mail. The server reply is you are sending, means server is okay. Client send the mail to the mail server only, not direct to the receiver. It's just sending the mails to the first sender's mail server. Okay, once the mail server receives the mail, but the sender's mail does not know the receiver's IP address. It just we have to send the name. For example, Chetan324 at gmail.com. Okay, so but it does not know the IP address. So with the help of the DNS, means domain name system, with the help of the DNS, it will convert, means it will access the domain name to the IP address, corresponding IP address. Okay, DNS. So once we get the corresponding IP address, then sender's mail server send the mail to the receiver's mail server, not direct to the receiver. It just sender's mail server send the mail to the receiver's mail server with the help of the internet and using the protocol SMTP. Clear? Okay. So this is the procedure of SMTP. This part, only this part contains the SMTP. Here, the last part is this is called your post office protocol. Last one. Okay. Now, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ explain ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಇವಾಗ. ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ್ದು SMTP. Okay. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ SMTP ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಎರಡು ರೀತಿಯ 2 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ SMTP ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ? ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸೆಂಡರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಸೀವರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಸರ್ವರ್. Okay, it will in between the senders and senders mail server and senders mail server to the receivers mail server. Okay, so then characteristic, it is a push protocol. Here we have to push the mail from sender to here, here to here. Just we have to push. Okay, just it is a push protocol. So next protocol, sorry, next characteristics. Okay, So next characteristics, it uses the TCP connection, already explained. So SMTP uses the port number 25. So then it uses the port number 25. So next connection is connection oriented. First we have to establish the TCP connection, then we have to send the mail from sender to the sender mail server. Okay, first we have to establish the connection. Hence it is called connection oriented. So next is stateless. Okay, istu artha agittalva. So it is SMTP is used for only the pure text based. It can send only the messages only, not images, video, audio. But in case of you are sending the audio, video, we use MIME. So audio ಮತ್ತೆ video images ಕೂಡ send ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ extended versions ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. SMTP ನ extended versions ಯಾವುದು MIME. So this is the extended versions of the SMTP, that is multi-purpose internet email extension. With the help of MIME we can send the graphics, audio files, video files. Okay, but SMTP send only the text messages only. Okay, so this is MIME. So next, today's class we will discuss about the post office protocol. Next protocol is post office protocol. So just points na note marta hogi. Okay, so post office protocol is nothing but an POP. So it is one of the application layer protocol. It is one of the application layer protocol. What is the purpose? SMTP is used to the, what is the purpose of SMTP? SMTP is used to send the mail, only sending the mail. But POP, what is the purpose? It is a message access protocol. Message access means mail access. Access means we have to receive. SMTP is used for sending, but POP is used for receiving. So just note the highlighted points. So it is used for message access protocol. We have to receive the mail. So it enables the clients to receive or download the emails. Receive is nothing but a download. Okay. What is the purpose of POP? POP is a protocol, one of the protocol which is used to receive or download the mails from the server, mail server. You have to access the mail from the server. So POP version 3 is nothing but an POP 3 is most popularly used version. That is the POP 3. POP 3 means Post Office Protocol version 3. Okay, it is the purpose of POP. What is the working principle of POP? What is the working principle of POP? In the last session, we will discuss about the working principle of SMTP. So this part, same diagram, no change. We have to explain from here. Okay, from sender to receiver's mail server. This is the working of the SMTP. Here, last one is the working of the POP. So what is the working principle? To retrieve a message from the mail server. So this is a receiver's mail server. So this is a mail server. To retrieve the message from the mail server, we have to access the mail from this server. So client establish the TCP connection. Here also first you have to establish the TCP connection. SMTP is also establish the TCP connection. Okay, so don't confuse. So this also establish the TCP connection. Once we establish the connection, it will receive the mail. Okay, so using the port number 110. What is the POP using the which port number? 110. Write down. So POP using the port number 110. But DNS using the port number 53. Don't forget. HTTP using the port number 80. SMTP is using the port number 25. Here POP, Post Office Protocol, using the port number 110. So side one kade performity DNS 53, HTTP 80, SMTP 25, POP 110. Okay. So correct ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ. So okay. So ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. So next, client identify itself to the server. Client identify itself to the server. Client acts as a server. Client issues a server of POP3 commands. POP3 command means Post Office protocols use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು command use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು it will receive the mail. Just net ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Just it can receive the mail from the receiver's mail server. Before receiving the mail, first it will establish the TCP connection using the port number 110. That's all. Clear? So in POP3, Post Office Protocol, the receiver can only receive or download the mails from the receiver's mail server. Before receiving the mail, first it will establish the TCP connection using the port number 110. Clear? Okay. So next, characteristics of POP. So characteristics of POP when compared to the SMTP. So SMTP is a push protocol. Is it right? Why it is called push protocol? Because sender send means push the mail to the sender's mail server. Sender's mail server push the mails to the receiver's mail server. This hence it is called a push protocol. But here POP, Post Office Protocol, is a pull protocol. Pull protocol means we have to pull, means we have to access. So here we have to use the POP, Post Office Protocol. So this is a pull protocol, means we have to access the message, access the mail from the receiver's mail server. Hence it is called pull protocol. So next, same. POP uses the TCP connection at the transport layer, same concept. So POP uses the port number 110. But in case of SMTP, it uses the port number 25. So here POP uses the port number 110. So POP uses persistent TCP connection. You know the concept of persistent and non-persistent. What is persistent? What is non-persistent? So persistent means what? Once we establish the connection, we can receive more than one mail. That is called persistent. But non-persistent, once we establish the connection, you can receive only one mail. Then connection will be disconnected. So another mail is sending. So another mail we have to receiving. Again, we have to establish the connection, then receive the mail and disconnect it. Everyone, each mail having established the connection. So that is the non-persistent. So this is a persistent connection. Once we establish the connection, we have to receive a more than one mail at a time. Okay. So then it is a connection oriented. Why it is called connection oriented? POP is called a connection oriented. Why? Because before receiving a mail, first we have to establish the connection. Without establishing a connection, we can't receive any mail. Okay. First we have to establish the TCP connection, then we have to receive the mail. Hence it is called the POP is a connection oriented protocol. ಇದೆಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಓನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಓನ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. Okay, so characteristics of POP. So next, POP is a stateful protocol until the mails is downloaded, as well as stateless across the session. You already know the concept of stateful and stateless. So then here we are using either POP3 or IMAP. Both are we are using. Sometimes we are using only POP. Sometimes we are using IMAP. Okay, sometimes we are using. So Kavya, mute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay. Sometimes we are using POP3 protocol and sometimes we are using IMAP protocol. Okay, both are user purpose, just receiving the mail from the server. Okay, I know what is the difference between POP and IMAP? Both are used for receiving the mails. Is it right? Okay, what is the difference? So what is the IMAP? So it is also an application layer protocol. It also enables the client to receive or download the emails from the mail server. Same concept. It is also used to receive or download the mails from the mail server. Okay, but POP has been largely superseded by inter-message protocol. Okay, internet message access protocol. So next statement. So what is the characteristics of IMAP? What is the characteristics of IMAP? So IMAP is a push protocol or pull protocol. It is also a pull protocol because it accesses the mail from the mail server. Just it can access. That is the full. Okay. So IMAP uses the same TCP connection. First, before we have to receiving, it will first establish the TCP connection. So one correct kaltkonಡ್ರೆ so easy changes ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. But here IMAP uses the port number 143. Okay, note down. IMAP uses the port number 143. So it is also IMAP uses the persistent connection. It is also a persistent connection. Once we establish the connection, we can receive more than one mails at a time. So it is also a connection oriented because before receiving the mails, first we have to establish the TCP connection. So it is also a stateful connection. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the IMAP. So clear? ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ಯಾರ ನಂಬರು 1JN8005 ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. 1JN8005G.
ಸರ್ ದರ್ಶನ್.
ದರ್ಶನ್ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ನೇಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಸರ್ ಈ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದೆ, ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತೆ, ರಿನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay. So characteristics of IMAP. Clear? So next. So what is the difference? Okay, Darshan. So POP versus IMAP. POP versus IMAP. So this is the major differences of POP versus IMAP. Okay, so just ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. PPT ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದು PDF ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ POP means post office protocol. Okay, so just ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ತುಂಬಾ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆ ತರ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ POP and IMAP. So POP means POP allows you to read the mail only after downloading it. So this is the major difference. What is the meaning? Post office protocol. So both are using for receiving the mail. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಎರಡು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ ನಾವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ನ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್, ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ, ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎರಡು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್ ನ. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೇಜರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್? POP is always you to read the mails only after downloading it. You can't read the mails before downloading it. We have to download the mail, then we have to read the mail. So this is the major drawback of POP. So first we have to download the mail, then we have to read the mail. Before downloading we can't read. This is POP. POP allows you to read the mail only after downloading it. But in case of IMAP, it allows you to check the mail content before downloading. First we have to check the mail. Okay, first we have to check the mail if it is necessary or not, if it is necessary to me or not. If it is not necessary to me, we have to just neglect or delete the mail. So you have a space, downloading space, you have a free downloading space. So IMAP allows you to check the mail content before downloading. So IMAP you can choose download your message or just delete them. Clear? This is the major difference between POP and IMAP. Okay. So next, second one is the email message is downloaded to the local computer. So where you download the emails? For example, I have a laptop. I have to download a mail. Okay, your mail is downloaded to your local system, means your laptop. Is it right? So the email message is downloaded to the local computer, means your local computer or laptop or desktop, whatever it is. So local computer, and the copy at the server is deleted. So ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೀವು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ದು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದೇ ಮೇಲ್ ಕಾಪಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕಾಪಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಲೀಟೆಡ್. The copy of the server, okay, is deleted. Clear? The second, the IMAP, the email message is stored on your mail server itself. You can download the mail, you can download in your local system also, and also one copy is there in the server also. There is no deleted from the server. So one copy from your local server, local desktop or local laptop, and also one copy is there in the server. Okay. So next, third one is the user cannot organize the mails in the mailbox.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The user cannot organize the mails in the mailbox of the mail server. We can't organize your mails from the mail server. We can't organize. We can't sort out. Okay, we can't organize in your manner. The user cannot organize the mails in the mailbox of the mail server. You can't organize. But in case of IMAP, the user can organize the mails on your server, on the server. So you can organize the mails in the server. You can sort out the mails in your server. Okay, but in case of POP, we can't organize the mailbox in the mail server. So next, mails can only be accessed from a single device. Okay, so mails can only be accessed from a single device. It can receive, it can download only from a single device. But in case of IMAP, the multiple devices can be accessed the mail. Multiple devices, we can access the mail. Mails can be accessed from the multiple devices, which is the biggest advantages of the IMAP. So next one. So in POP, the mail server and client's mail account are not synchronized. Mail server, okay, mail server is one side, your mail client is one side. Okay, in POP, the mail server and client's mail account are not synchronized. So it is not synchronized. So changes made in the client's mail account, if you can change any changes in your mail client, are not visible in the mail server, because of mail server and client mail account are not synchronized. If you can change any in your mail account, it will not visible to the server, will not visible, because of it is not synchronized. But reverse in IMAP. IMAP means the mail server and client's mail accounts are synchronized. So changes made in the client's mail account, it is instantly visible to the web server. It is instantly changes in the mail server also, because of it is a synchronized. So because of synchronized, if we get any changes in the mail account, it will already changes. It will automatically changes in the mail server also. But in case of POP, if any changes in the mail account, it will not changes in the mail server, because of it is not synchronized POP, but it is IMAP is a synchronized. So examples. So if you are using POP and makes a mail read, it does not get marked as read in the webmail inbox, because the mails are downloaded to the computer, and so our changes won't be visible on the server. So what is that meaning? If you are using POP, so you POP protocol na use ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಾ, so use ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it mails has read, already downloaded it is marked as, it is already downloaded. Once such day it can be downloaded in the using the POP protocol. So it is just marked as a read. It does not get marked as read in the webmail box. Webmail box ಒಳಗಡೆ read ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So this is the example. So once ಅದನ್ನ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು. So if you are using IMAP and marks, so mail has read, it gets marked as read in the webmail also. Webmail also ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ read ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಪಾಪ್ is a stateful protocol until the mail is downloaded, as well stateless across the session. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ ನೀವು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ತನಕ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಲೆಸ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಫುಲ್. ಸೊ IMAP is a stateful protocol because of IMAP server has maintained the folder hierarchy for each of its users. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ಹೈರಾರ್ಚಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So POP is better choice of those who hardly checks their mails on your computer. So POP is better choice. ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು better choice ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it can use the hardly checks their mails. So ಯಾವಾಗೋ so 6 months once, so 3 months once you can using the mail. So you can see the mail, just you have to use the POP. It is better choice of hardly you check the mail. So it's not constantly, so not repeatedly, not simultaneously. So hot constant checks their mails than you are the on any other computer. But in case of IMAP, it's better choice for those who are frequently checks their mails. Frequently check their mails. Every day check ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ we can use the IMAP. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವ ಈಗ, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲ್, POP or IMAP? We are using IMAP, not POP. ಸೊ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೀವು ಮೇಲ್ ನ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಕಾಪಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ anywhere at any time. Okay, we are using in the IMAP protocol. So this is the major difference between POP and IMAP. Clear? So any doubts? So Jayashri, any doubts?
Yes, sir.
So Mausa? Mausa? What is here? ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Okay, Lakshmi?
No, sir.
So Mausa? Are you here? I understand the concepts. Okay, Navya?
No, sir.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್? ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ.
Yes, sir. Right.
ಓಕೆ, ನಿರಂಜನ್?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಸ್ವರೂಪ್? ಸ್ವರೂಪ್? ಸಂಗೀತಾ? ಉಮಾ?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ಪೂಜಾ? ಪವಿತ್ರ?
Thanks.
ಪವನ್? ಸಹನ? ಡಿಪಿ? ಸವಿತಾ? ರಶನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಸೊ ರಹಿಲಾ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ? ರಹಿಲಾ? ನಿಖಿತಾ?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸಹನಾ ಪಿ?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
Okay. So the next one is the last protocol is FTP. The last protocol in your application layer, the last protocol is file transfer protocol, FTP. So your syllabus, the application layer last protocol, that is the FTP. So it is a file transfer protocol. It is a application layer protocol. What is the purpose? So just you have to write the purpose. Just main point you have to write more words. So what is the purpose of FTP? Sarigo seminar ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ with concept ಸ್ವರೂಪ್ FTP ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ FTP ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಂಗಿತ್ತು
ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ
ಯಾರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ
ಸರ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾಗೆ ಸರ್
ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ so purpose means what is the purpose of FTP? So it is used for exchanging the files over the internet. So it is used for exchanging the files. But SMTP is used for sending the mails. But here we have to sending the files. Don't confuse. FTP is used for sending the files, but SMTP is used for sending the mails. It is used for exchanging the files over the internet. With the help of the internet, throughout the internet, you are sending the files from one location to the another location. It enables the user to upload and download the files from the internet. It is also used for upload and download the files. Okay, but SMTP is used for only sending the mails. POP and IMAP is used for only receiving the mails. Okay. So POP is not used for receiving the mails. Sorry, SMTP is not used for receiving the mails. POP is not used for sending the mails. Just it can send, it can receive. So both are different. But in case of FTP, it is used for transferring the files or exchange the files or sending the files over the internet, and also it enables the user to upload and download the files over the internet. Okay. ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನೇ FTP ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ FTP ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ FTP is very important. Working principle of FTP, it is also establish the TCP connection between the client and the server. So this is your client, so this is your server. So before you are transferring the files, first you have to establish the connection. Which connection? TCP connection. FTP establish the TCP connection between the client. This is client, this is server. Establish the connection between the client and the server. Okay. So we have to establish the two connections. Underline the word. It establishes the two connection. One connection for data transfer, one connection for control. Don't confuse. Write on the main points. So here FTP uses the establishes the two TCP connection in between the client and the server. First connection is used for data transfer. Second connection is used for control. ಒಂದು data transfer use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ connection ನ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು connection ನ control ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So here two arrow mark, one for control the connection, another arrow mark is for data connection. Here also same, one for control connection, one for data connection. So this is your client, this is your server. In between client and server, we have to establish the TCP connection. Easy the diagram. So in between the client and the server, first you have to establish the TCP connection.